NFL playoffs, Jim and I are breaking down props and parlay pieces. Welcome, everyone. No time to waste. Let's get into it. Hit the like button. You guys know what to do. Subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment in the comment section. Give me your best bet, your favorite prop, anything. Just put it in the comment section. But if you don't have a hot take, and you just want to help us out, the word is plow. Comment section word of the day is plow. Just type plow in the comment section. It helps boost the algorithm. We're bringing it up because there's a lot of snow coming to a certain part of the country. There's going to be a lot of plowing.
Money.
Yeah, Jim is going to be plowing snow on Sunday morning. So, all right, what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do some touchdown scores because there's only 4 games, and then we're just going to talk each game and give you guys a couple props that we're leaning on. If you want our official props, that is up at Wager Talk. You get all of our official plays that we're betting with our own money this weekend in a really nice groove in NFL. That's a sport we are running good in. 12-6 last 4 weeks, 3 winners in a row. Let's just go to the touchdown scores here. Texans and the Chiefs. This is juicy because we know there's going to be a touchdown or two, and everything is plus money here. Who do you like?
Well, what's the square play? We talked about this in the playoffs. Is the square play you want to stay away from? Is it Kelsey? I'm shocked Kelsey's the favorite. I know it's playoff but
I don't even know what the square play is. Maybe it's Kelsey, but I think the square play is a different prop, like an over 1.5 touchdown, something like that. So I will tell you, spoiler, I like Stroud to throw 2 touchdowns. So immediately I am going to, I think I'm going Nico Collins at plus 150.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going with that one as my favorite. What do you think your favorite is in this one?
Laugh at me if you will, but narrative is still narrative. And I know this isn't a hostile revenge game, but let's not forget who DeAndre Hopkins played for.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, my God, I forgot about that.
It is such an Andy Reid thing, isn't it? Not a Patrick Mahomes, but an Andy Reid thing. I think DeAndre's getting in the end zone here. Jump ball, back corner of the end zone. Plus 265, I am in. I like that way better than Kelsey at plus 145.
I like it. I would say the one you're probably most comfortable with is Pacheco. If they get in close, he's probably going to run it in there. But I love your revenge game angle. That's a good one. Commanders and the Lions. Now you got 3 guys from the Lions that are minus money. I gotta be honest, minus 155 is kind of speaking to me on Montgomery. I figured that the Gibbs and Montgomery lines would be flipped. In my opinion, Montgomery's got fresh legs. He's not even on the injury report. So I got to believe that if he's a full go, Dan Campbell is going to use him like he did before. So I would lean David Montgomery. I know it's a little bit square, but I guess I could be talked into a couple of others, maybe Zach Ertz. What do you think?
I'm going to go to the first Lion that's plus money. I'm going to take Tim Patrick at plus 425.
Oh, okay. Plus 425. Okay.
Look at the disparity in the numbers here.
Jameson Williams plus 140. Yeah, you're right. Sam Laporta plus 155. Patrick plus 4.
As we say it goes to plus 400.
Well, yeah.
There you go. Thanks, DraftKings. Look, Patrick has a role in this offense. He just does. And you can talk about the big names. I think the Commanders are going to be on the big names as well. So they're going to be eyeing them up at the goal line. I like Patrick at plus 400. I don't mind the flyer on Jaden Daniels as well. I think with these rookie quarterbacks, more so than anything, when things get tough, they kind of revert back to what they know. And down on the goal line, let's face it, Brian Robinson Jr. has not been getting it done down at the goal line. He just hasn't. So if there's going to be a rushing touchdown, I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels before it's going to be Brian Robinson Jr. So that's the 2 I land on.
I'm changing my David Montgomery. I'm going Terry McLaurin plus 110.
Okay.
I like Jaden to throw 2 touchdowns. If he throws 2, Terry McLaurin's probably going to catch one of them. Not the best Lions defense in the world, and I'd rather have plus money than the minus 155. So change my mind. Rams and the Eagles. I'm stunned that Saquon's only minus 170. Why is Jahmyr Gibbs minus 230 and Saquon's minus 170? I guess it's the tush push, huh? Because if they get to the 2 or the 1, like is not going to get it. I don't know.
My Jalen Hurts anytime TD last week was dead before it even started. They never had the opportunity to do it. It wasn't going to happen. I think you're right, man. I don't understand why that number's different. I would think that Saquon would be lined more, especially with Montgomery, like you're saying.
Okay.
Against this Rams defense, which has been playing better, but this is the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's a big difference than last week. So I most certainly could see that. This one's really tough for me for touchdown scorers. I really don't see a super ton amount of value here. Just don't see it. There's really nothing that I love in this game. I think you can go tush push with Jalen Hurts, but I would like it at plus money. I'm not really a fan of laying 115 on hoping.
Yeah, weather's going to be
yeah
trash, so you got to wonder how many touchdowns are there really going to be. So, Ravens and Bills here. Your boy James Cook plus 105. You going right back to him?
Set it and forget it.
Okay.
Set it and forget it.
Derrick Henry at minus 210 is obviously going to be the one that everyone gravitates towards. The weather, it's going to be cold, but I don't think they're going to get the precipitation and the snow in this game. So that being said, I think I'd go back to Mark Andrews at plus 155. I'm pretty surprised that Josh Allen is plus 110, but again, he's got a really good Ravens rush defense, so maybe they're throwing a lot. I think the quarterbacks put on a pretty good show here, so I'll just go with Mark Andrews plus 155 with Zay. There's not even a line on Zay Flowers; he's out. So, all right.
I like that. I also think you could take both quarterbacks. I think you could take both, to be honest with you.
Just both of them, and if one of them,
I see points in this game, man. Like whether or not, I mean, these are just two teams that are gonna just implement their offense. I don't see either defense being able to stop it. I like both tight ends on both teams and both quarterbacks. I don't see the damage coming from the wideout position in this game. Up the middle, up the gut, big guys down at the end zone.
All right. Special shout out to DraftKings for adding all these brand new categories that completely confuses everyone. They're pointless. They're designed to have you make mistakes. It's not customer friendly in the slightest. Shout out. Let's go to passing touchdowns. I talked about CJ Stroud earlier today, and it was plus 145. Now it's plus 200. Hell yes, I'm in on this one. Every home game for the Kansas City Chiefs, the opposing team has scored 2 touchdowns. CJ Stroud threw 2 against them. Guys like Bo Nix, Aiden O'Connell, Joe Burrow, those guys have they're whether it's catch-up mode or you got to go for it on 4th down because you're in Kansas City. It's just a different mentality, and I love the Chiefs' rush defense. The Chiefs are 7th in rushing touchdowns and 18th in passing touchdowns. That's how you score on them. So I get 2-1. CJ Stroud to throw 2. Yeah, sign me up.
I agree with you. That number is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ridiculous number for 1.5 touchdowns.
Yeah. What are some other props that you like in the Texans Chiefs?
Texans Chiefs. This again, not like rushing to the window to bet this thing by any means. I think the square. We're all expecting playoff Kelsey, and we could be forgetting about Mr. Noah Gray.
Going back to our old friend Noah Gray.
Yeah, I mean, why would we not?
11.5.
Love
is his receiving.
Love it.
That's one catch.
It's one catch for this guy, and he probably gets 2. I mean, are you not going to bracket Travis Kelsey when?
No, you are.
If he's lighting you up, you're going to bracket him. So that's number one that jumped out to me. The second one, which I don't think was out yet, if we go to rushing props, I don't know if they gave us a line, but Xavier Worthy's rushing yards, did they give it to us? Yes. 4.5 rushing yards. Absolutely love it.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. I think he's a huge part of this offense. This is one that we hit a couple times during the year. He's going to get a couple rushes. This backfield is not healthy. Like Pacheco is not going to be himself. You're not going to see 80 yards from Pacheco. Kareem Hunt's legs are exhausted because of what they did with him. So when they're looking for an explosive play out of the backfield, they're going to give Xavier Worthy these carries. Swing passes, any lateral is going to count as a rush. So 4.5 yards at minus 120. I will be playing that. I will be playing that with my own money.
I would like to add in there Samaje Perine at 10.5 receiving yards. I'm pulling up the stats right now. His record in going over this is really hilarious. Gone over in 7 straight games. It, yeah, 7 straight, and he only had 8 yards in a game, and then before that, 5. So he's gone over in 12 out of 13 games. It's terrifying because he really only gets like 1 catch a game, but it's just always he just always gets there on a long one. So Samaje P. Ryan over 10.5. Like you said, this is not a dominant like one back that does everything type of thing. So, all right, Commanders and the Lions. I again will go to the passing touchdowns. Yeah, Jane Daniels 1.5 plus 100. I mean, the over under is 55. That's a ton of points. If we even get remotely close to 55, surely Jaden's throwing 2. We cashed on him last week to do it. I think he does it again. Even money? Yeah, absolutely. All day. All day. What do you think?
If you're going to get plus or even money on it, you're going to take it. That again, if you can get plus money, take the plus money. There's going to be points in this game. It could be garbage time points. I don't care how it's points. I don't care if the touchdowns happens with 1 minute left, then they're down by 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no tomorrow. So they are going to throw the ball if they get down. So absolutely love that play. Love that play.
I'm going to tee you up for Tim Patrick over 1.5 receptions.
Home run, baby. Again, they're going to keep giving me 1.5. I'm going to continue to take it. He has a role. We had a first half cash on Tim Patrick last game. No sweat. Piece of cake. It's just going over. It's going over. He has a role. And Jared Goff is comfortable with this guy. If you look at a lot of his receptions, they're on 3rd down. So that tells me that he's a safety blanket. You would think it would be Sam Laporta this year. It hasn't been. It just hasn't been. So almost minus 105. I was stunned when I saw this number. Stunned. So, yes, love that. That's my favorite receiving prop on this game is that right there.
I'll just talk up. I talked about it earlier this week, but yeah, David Montgomery over 14.5. He went over this was last 7 games before he got hurt. So I expect full workload from him. David Montgomery going over his receiving props is something that I like. Let's go to the Rams and the Eagles. This is a tough one, man. This is not too many plays that I like, but I will tell you that Jalen Hurts, it's minus 170 now. I just think of bad weather. They're not going to throw the ball a whole lot, but yeah, you probably can't play minus 170, so that blows mine out of the water. What were some that you guys liked? You're muted.
There's a reason why I'm muted. I don't like anything.
Well, we don't.
I just don't. Like, I'm not going to give out stuff. I can't figure out the Rams offense.
Yeah.
I just can't. So, yeah, I'm out. Maybe Kyron's receiving. Like, maybe. But
yeah, Saquon's rushing attempts are up to 21.5. Maybe Kyron's rush attempts if the weather's bad.
Number?
Who?
Kyron.
Kyron receiving yards is 12.5. Not bad.
I can get there on that. I don't love it.
Yeah.
But he's got to be a focal point of the offense.
True.
You have to get him the ball, and the Eagles are good against the run. So, it's kind of like the same thing we were talking about. We'll talk about in the Buffalo game. You got to get your star players the ball somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Truth. All right, let's move on to the Ravens and the Bills. We talked about James Cook to score a touchdown. Are you going to do anything with him rushing, receiving, both?
I think we have to go receiving with him this week.
If you're going to play him, you're playing receiving yards. Okay.
Ravens are great against the run. I think a lot of the damage in the run game is going to come from Josh Allen. They're going to eye up James Cook. They're not going to let him beat them. I like this number a lot more when it was 13.5 at the beginning of the week. 14.5 get a little sketchy, but I got to figure
he's 1 yard. When has 1 yard ever mattered in the prop betting market, Jim?
Never been burnt by a half a yard or a kneel down at the end of a game. Never. 14.5, 2 receptions, 3. His reception line is 2.5, and I have to believe if he goes over that, he goes over the 14.5. So
okay,
I haven't got there yet because a bad screenplay and you're buried. So
good point.
Yeah, the receptions market is where I was interested in this game.
Okay. I was looking at Derrick Henry over 19.5 attempts. again, every time I watch this Bills team, the other team's running back is just always running wild. What are you saving Derrick Henry for? Like you got him for games like this.
Mhm.
You got him at Buffalo when it's 20 degrees outside. You got Derrick Henry for this reason, because in the second half, the last thing a Buffalo Bills defender wants to do is tackle that man. When you're cold and beat up, this is a Derrick Henry game. Literally, this is the game that you signed him for. He's been fantastic all year. No, Derrick, this is why. This is why we went out and got you. We had talked about looking at the weather and going back to Dawson Knox over 1.5, and it looks like the weather is going to be okay. So we going back to him?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are. The thing with the playoffs in Dawson too is he's just a playoff touchdown target. Whether it gets there or not, he will get 1 to 2 targets in the red zone.
Yeah, just reliable hands. Like, he just catches the open ones.
You know, it's a wild story with him because they have him. They bring in Kincaid. Kincaid has the big season. Everybody forgets about Dawson Knox. He gets injured. He does nothing to start the year. We were betting unders on Dawson Knox to start the year, and he's just kind of become steady Eddie over the season here. Him and Josh have reconnected. He looks healthier, and he's getting targets. So if you're going to, again, give me 1.5 at plus money, I will play that till I can't play it anymore.
I get it. So I tried to get there with some field goal props. I couldn't figure any of those out. So I think that's about it for the props betting market. Again, guys, if you want all of our plays, official plays that go towards our record and the ones that we are betting with our own money, go grab that. It's only $15 to get all of our prop plays up. So 3 straight winners, 12-6 the last 4 weeks. Really happy with how we closed out the season. First part of the season was terrible for us in NFL, but we just started really kicking ass towards the last few weeks, and we brought it 3-1 weekend last weekend. So we're really looking forward to another playoff weekend. So go grab that at wagertalk.com. Hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. Good luck on all your plays, and we'll see everyone later.
Good luck.
All right. Boom, boom.
I think we should put the Knox play in.
Okay.
And the Patrick play in.
Okay. All right. I like it.
My plan going into the playoffs was to pick off guys that aren't on people's radar at small numbers.
Yeah.
You already have worthy receptions, so we can't put his rushing in too. But I'll play that by myself.
Okay.
But yeah, 1.5 receptions, both of these guys.
I like it. And
I like that Hopkins to score.
That's funny. That was funny.
That's an Andy Reid thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's what
it is. So,
all right. So, did you put that UFC play?